Don't mind my ugly skin right now. I just woke up. I've been doing a cleanse. Everything's coming out the pores. And yeah. But I just noticed something hilarious when I was looking at this package here. You see the skull, the sugar skull, and it says hot sugar. Oh my gosh. Come on, come on, come on. Is it because my hand is in it? Look at the sugar skull. I don't know why it's not focusing. Come on, focus. I will fucking figure this out. New phone. New phone. Solventless sativa, but it says hot sugar. And this is the first time I've ever seen that before. I don't even know where I got this sticker, this hot sugar skull sticker on my very first tarot deck that I got in Aberdeen. But for some reason, this is like another calling card for me that I'm on the right track. So it's quite amazing. Um, yeah, I don't want to explain too much about it, but it does have to do with like my ADHD and my PTSD and stuff like that. But essentially, when I bought these and had this sticker, I had no clue. I just thought it was a great, cool sticker. And then I discovered that it's actually a candy making company that makes weed edibles. so, um, yeah, that makes medicine. So, very interesting, very, very interesting. Other than that, I am doing my braids. My summer do, it's in progress. One thing that people don't, a lot of people don't have is patience for the in between, right? So you're on a journey in life, and the final destination is death from this body. So, this perfectionism that is infects so many people, um, it really does detract from the beauty and the colorful, wonderful life that you could have and that we could have. So, a lot of times people just want confirmation burp things to just be perfect, the vision right then and there. And because we came to experience linear time and slow progression of things, what you'll see is just like in nature, growth, things growing and changing according to their environment, according to being nurtured. And that is part of being a human. So we nurture ourselves, we change shape, we body build, we change hairdos, we get injured and we lose limbs and our body changes. And none of those things, we get sick or we feel better, right? None of those things changes your worthiness of love, right? And also, another little point about that is I think I made my point is that people are perfectionists. And um, what I would suggest to anybody is just love yourself right now, and it will make it easier for you to love other people as well. A lot of times you'll find that it's hard to love other people. If you catch yourself just judging other people, you're like, oh, why did they do that? Or that's stupid, or anything like that. I mean, we all have those moments like when we look at somebody's decision or we see something happening and we're like, that doesn't seem like the best thing. Um, But essentially, the only thing is that you just have to know what you're vibing, right? So perhaps your frequency and another frequency is not matching up right now, but that doesn't make the other frequency wrong or bad, um, per se. So I think that was all. I just wanted to come on, and I was cracking up. I was like, wait a minute, I recognize that. Uh, you can barely see it on this camera, that hot sugar skull. And I was like, wait a minute, it's this hot sugar skull has been with me. Um, I don't necessarily know what else to say about that. One thing is that all medications have a, what do you call it? A side effects. And when dealing with some of my medications, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think I need to be taking a stimulant medication anymore right now. And I just think that it would be easier to use cannabis to treat my ADHD symptoms. And of course, there's side effects with both medications. But I think that for me personally, the right choice is I'm more of an all natural kind of person anyway. And so essentially anything to do with, plants and herbs and stuff like that is definitely more my style. And while some pharmaceuticals are helpful, I did my wax and it tore up my lip a little bit there. It was the cream. Oh, yes, I'm not perfect. I have very ugly moments. Don't we all? Anyway, I think that the important thing is that for each person, it's important to know what is right for you. And for me personally, I'm a good person. I'm not one to, I've had my phases in my life where I have done my damage and I have hurt people's lives and stuff, or been in a horrible relationship that was so toxic and abusive that I lashed out as well and broke things or whatever. But I'm just noticing that I am making better decisions for myself every single day, especially this year, 2025. I make really good decisions, and I pretty much always have made really good decisions. Granted, it's with what I've been given, meaning that obviously if I didn't have the situation, maybe I wouldn't have to make the decision. For example, choosing adoption for a child. What else? I don't know. Everything else, I mean, I feel really good about the decisions I've made in my life. Yeah. So essentially, I just felt like rambling. I hope that was fun for you. This is my beautiful do, my beautiful look. I'm showing off the concept of I'm actually so not perfect. I don't have makeup on. I don't have a filter on. I can't. I'm overweight. I'm dealing with my medication, with my ADHD, getting off of that so that I can be more natural and stop feeling like I'm chasing a drug. Among my psychiatrists and the pharmacists and stuff, it's like, no, I'm good. It's a weird system to subscribe to. I don't want to subscribe to that system. The medication worked, the stimulant medication worked, and it was great. And it helped me in a lot of ways, but it depends on what you're trying to do. And me, I'm not trying to go and sit down at an office and talk on the phone and basically I needed it to do a job that wasn't really good for me anyway. Because I'm not the kind of person that can just sit down and just focus and just have a conversation. That's just not my personality. And I don't want to mask my personality with drugs, if that makes sense. Um, my personality doesn't go away if I have a hard candy. However, it does help me with the one thing that the stimulant medication helped me with was intrusive thoughts. And so I still can focus. Um, but the cannabis is something that I can choose how much or how little, but you can't do that with the ADHD stimulant medication. They give you a certain amount, and um, it's like, okay, some days that's functioning and other days that's not. And it's just this big ordeal to try to figure out the right level. But the only thing is, the right level for me, the whole point was to get me to focus and to listen and to pay attention so that I could keep this job that wasn't a good fit for me. I need to be moving, talking, um, yeah, I need to have a lot of freedom. I'm a free spirit. So, but the cannabis, it helps with a lot of the symptoms of rejection sensitivity, ability to focus on a task, physical pain, intrusive thoughts, all the same things. Um, but I don't have to jump through all of these system medical hoops in order to medicate myself in that way. So that's really fantastic. Plus, also, stimulant medication is addictive and cannabis is not addictive. It can be habit forming, but yeah, you're not going to have any real withdrawal symptoms. You might have like a little headache or irritability. Anyway, that is my story. I have a feeling that that was a channeled message, and I came through to share to somebody who is questioning their decisions or feeling like they have to do everything the way that a certain paradigm is telling them. And the answer is no. The things that are not for you, they're not going to stay anyway, even if you fake being what they all want. They're not going to stay anyway. It's just going to be miserable, right? Um, I did all the right things. I took the medication. I did the job. I saved the money. I organized the home. I did all the things. And the partnership that I had, it was not, I guess, that great, apparently. My partner needed to go and explore more things for themselves. So I'm not going to make all of my decisions in life trying to keep something, right? I'm not going to do it to try to keep this job that I don't like. I'm not going to do it to try to keep a partner that doesn't appreciate me or see my value or can't handle the in between, doesn't have patience for the in between time and the yeah, we all will find people in our life that see our beauty and our genius and can really see our heart and our soul. But it shouldn't require us to have to be perfect all the time. It shouldn't require you to be, yeah, anything but your vibe, your essence. My vibe is I'm chill. I'm a humble, minimal kind of person. I love plants, including the kind of plants that can give you a little tickle in your brain. I love it all. I'm not scared of, yeah, I want to help people out of addiction. Don't want to see people ruining their lives chasing the good feelings of that, but I'm also not anti um pretty much anything in that way. I think each person has to walk their own path. Uh, and so I think what's really important, one last thing is 1429. What is really important is just know what you can make a commitment to, right? And follow through on your stuff. Now, you can always change course, you can always change direction, but at the end of the day, really feel what is right for you. So You know, for me personally, one more little thing that I'm going to share. I'm going to share this more in my video when I do my reading, probably. But right now, sometimes you have to go into the lower levels of energy. I'm still in pain. I'm still recovering from the pain of dipping back to a very, very dense energy to basically awaken somebody and to take some pain bodies off of somebody. Um, and yeah, I'm still in so much pain from it, and I'm still healing from it. And that was the 9th through like the 16th. Anyway, so essentially what I'm trying to say is you can fluctuate through the energy. Yes, it's okay. You are the creator. You can fluctuate through the energies. You can co-create with other people. You can be joyful. You can uh, go into dark spaces and help other souls if that's what you want. They're all you. They're all part of you. Um, and yeah, you can do anything. It's all you. So choose you today, you know, drink that water, eat that weed candy, drink that cider, um, be sober, don't smoke the cigarette, smoke the cigarette, don't eat the ice cream, eat the ice cream. You will be amazed that you can actually take care of your body and do things for yourself without judgment, and um and then you'll feel what's right, and then you will have another now moment to choose the next thing. It really is that simple. Don't future trip, but also be conscious of the fact that you're having a human experience that has linear time, gravity, and this wonderful earthly world with everything that keeps you anchored here, including your physical form. And that means that you will have some density, 1747, to work through as you create with your infinite potential, with your light. And so essentially, with that, yeah, that's all I can say is yes. Oh my gosh, I got a sign. The tingling or the pain in my hand just went away, and it's been hurting for weeks. Okay, that is it. So here's me in all my glorious beauty. Yes, I waxed my lip and it burned. I had a scratch on my face. I'm doing my braids, which means my hair is wild and messy, and I love it. I just woke up. I need to rinse my face. I don't have abs. I have a big old belly. Uh, my body's gotten big, and in fact, I lost weight. Weighed myself yesterday, and I'm at 240. So I so far have lost 50 pounds from my highest over 2 years ago. And that's part of my journey. Why? Maybe there's people out there that that need to hear these things from someone who doesn't act like they've already arrived. You know what I mean? I don't act like I've already arrived. Okay, I'm not. I'm literally the most authentic, real me every single day, and it really triggers people all the time. And that's why I say I'm not nice. I'm a very, very kind, gentle, um, chill person, but that doesn't mean that I'm always like nice. Like, nice to me means just accepting, like, yeah, violations to my energy, right? So I don't like to sit there and listen to people ramble bullshit to me. Just like you might. You might have turned if you're still with me, I'm not rambling bullshit. It resonates with you. But sometimes, like, I'll be talking to someone and they're not giving me any facts, anything of substance. They're just rambling their triggers, their traumas. They're just repeating themselves over and over. They're throwing a fit, or if it's like a customer service person, they're like over explaining things that I paid them to do that I don't need to fully, I'm not worried to understand it. I don't got room in my brain for that. And that is actually respecting their time and my time, right? So I have respect, but it doesn't mean I'm kind and I just sit back and I shut my mouth and I just let blah 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 everybody be whatever. You're all me anyway, and I'm you. You're me and I'm you. So essentially, my form of kindness is that I'm not nice. I'm like a catalyst. I let people, like, I, yes, I trigger people. Yes, I do. And I find it really entertaining, but also it's pretty fucked up. So, um, but you don't get much more real, okay? I do wear makeup and I look beautiful when I wear makeup, but I don't put on the filters. I'm not scared that somebody's gonna see my ugliness. I'm a human. My hairiness, smell my smells, and also I am a beautiful, beautiful goddess. And my heart is so huge. And I remember this one time, 2144. I remember, this is the last story I'm going to tell. I did not expect to just be standing here. This is the easiest thing ever. My phone, my brand new phone, my Google Pixel 9, the camera looks great. I'm sure the volume is great. And this is the front facing camera. I can't imagine the back facing camera. I can zoom so far. Anyway, this is the easiest thing for me, is to just breathe and ramble. I've been doing my squats, I've been doing my arm circles. Yeah, you don't have to make some big ordeal to get fit and to be healthy and to be beautiful. A lot of times what I'll do is, like, I'll go to my bathroom sink and I'll do 20 squats or 7 in front of my coffee pot, and I have learned through yoga and through deep breathing and through other people that I've studied that it's really great to just be in motion, right? To just be in motion with your body. And my personality is that, and it's like ADHD, right? That I was medicating to try to stop it, is that I'm always in motion. Like, that's my personality. I'm always in motion. And I spent many years sitting, and then it took so much mental exhaustion. But those were sacrifices I was willing to make to get to this goal with my partner of qualifying for this house, right? But I'm not one that likes to just sit at a computer. So here's the thing, is a lot of people forget where they came from. A lot of people forget where they came from, and then they just, yeah, people just have so much anger and hate for themselves and sometimes for others, but you can't love others until you love yourself. So I'm the kind of person that's just like, okay, love yourself. That's very important. Please love yourself, because you definitely cannot love me if that is, if you don't love yourself. But be careful of being seduced by thinking that loving yourself is actually just transferring your love and attention to another outside of you. That's not self-love. So be very careful with the tricks. The Matrix tricks us. It really does. And we help trick each other, and we do it to trigger each other and activate each other. And they're all contracts, and they're all agreements, and they're all arrangements. But you want to be careful of being tricked, just like I almost got tricked back into the 9-to-5 cult. We can get tricked into into putting our focus and attention and feeding pain bodies and other people that want to feel love and accepted and stuff like that. Now, if your focus is going on anything outside of you, then you could possibly being tricked. It's not the other people don't know. They're not most likely doing things on purpose. But yeah, you just want to be careful that if you're going on a self-love journey, that it's actually a self-love journey. Self-love, you know, being with yourself, loving yourself, touching yourself, not making it about worshiping another person or getting something from other people. You got to really go within. So consider that on your journeys. Obviously you're going to have experiences with other people, but if you're catching that your attention is always on other people, you're kind of missing the point. You can get reflections back from other people, but then you definitely want to take some alone time and go within, right? Um, I don't know who needed to hear that. But so this is a channeled message. This is me. This is what's easy. I think I'm a sexy bitch. And I think you're a sexy bitch. And work your shit, work your life, and be you. And yeah, help raise the frequency of Earth. We're taking care of Mother Nature and Earth and of each other and of ourselves. And that's literally the game. It's the fun. It's the best. That is why I'm so thankful that I went to work, did the sacrifices, was in the 9 to 5 cult, took my stimulant ADHD medication so I could do the job and just have that experience. It was a great experience, even though there was a lot of shitty shit about it. But those are all part of the agreement. And all of that was done to accomplish the goal of having this home, being a homeowner with my partner. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. And then you just continue on your journey. And now I don't have to do all those things and I'm still going to be just fine. It's actually amazing. You just do choose every now moment what is right for you in that moment, what feels good, not for the sake of lust or the sake of anger or resentment. You don't choose you out of proving or fixing or anything like that. You choose you out of, oh, this feels really, really calm. This feels really nice. Okay, this is safe. This feels good. You know, I really need a shower right now, or I really need some water, or I really want to have coffee, or I really want to just lay down and relax for a while, or I really want to go to my job and have fun playing with other people and experiencing all the beautiful different levels that people go through, or I really want to go shopping, whatever, you know, but none of it has to do with being right or being wrong. And it definitely doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. So that's what's really important as well. Always be kind, follow through whenever you can, but know that it's okay to change your mind about things. The now you will be what the future you thinks whenever you just choose you right now out of actual full-blown self-love. And when you love yourself, you love others. And when you love yourself, you don't hurt others. When you learn true love through loving yourself and not expecting anybody else to love you that way.